welcome back to the same spot on my floor with the same jumper. I've got my coffee. I'm ready to film another Italy series video for my channel, and this one is going to be a little bit of a fun one, a little bit of a trivial one. These are just going to be things that, like weird Italian things, I guess, like quote unquote weird Italian things that I found were really funny when I was there, and things that I never would have thought of if I hadn't have lived in Italy for a year, because these are kind of little things that, well, apart from one of them, which I'll get into, that you wouldn't really know about Italians or about Italy unless you went there, unless you were living there yourself. So these are just going to be 5 weird things that Italians do. So in Italy, usually you'll see if you go out to a bar or something, they call the places where they get their coffee a bar. And they'll have their coffee, they'll get like a cornetto, which is like a croissant, and they'll stand at the bar, drink their coffee, eat their croissant, and then go. But if they have breakfast at home, this was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life, and this is just so normal to them but so foreign to an Australian, is they actually eat like cake and biscuits for breakfast. So the Italian breakfast, if you go into a supermarket, for example, they'll have like the breakfast, I don't know why I'm going like this. I guess it's like the breakfast section, like an aisle, where you'd find the cereals and everything like that. But in that aisle as well, they have packets. They have like different kinds of cakes. They have chocolate chips or fruit or like little pie things or biscotti, biscuits. And they'll dip it into their coffee, they'll dip it into milk, into tea, whatever, and they'll have that for breakfast. So Italians, even though they say they're big on breakfast, they have really, really small breakfasts. It's mainly the lunch that's like the communal thing, like the big sit down pasta and, you know, all the different plates. But their breakfast is literally dessert. I remember those little pan di stelle, they're like little chocolate biscuits and they have white stars. What else is there? Like they're like little chocolate muffins with, they're like little muffins with like chocolate chips. What else? They call it a plum cake, but it's like, obviously we would say plum cake, but I don't think it's actually plum. It's like just this weird, like, how would I explain it? I don't know, but the point is that they eat dessert for breakfast, and I found that so weird. Second thing that I found so weird about Italians is that they never let their hair air dry. They'll never let their hair stay wet. As soon as they have a shower, they'll be getting the hair dryer out, blowing their hair. And this will kind of tie into my next point as well, is that Italians are very, very superstitious. So they believe, and I think there are a few reasons for this. One is that they think they're going to get a fever if they stay with wet hair, for example. They think that they're going to catch a cold, especially in the winter time, and I guess this makes sense. It's not that weird really, but to me, you know, I'm always letting my hair dry. I'll have the towel on my head and I'll take it off, and just, if I'm not going anywhere, I don't need to get the hair dryer on it and blow it dry. And I think I'm going to make an entire video based around Italian superstitions, because there are quite a lot of them, and some of them are similar to Australians, like the knock on wood thing, but they like knock on iron. What else? Saying break a leg, they have an equivalent for that as well. And things around numbers and toasting, like 2 drinks together and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in my next video. But for this one, I'll just say that Italians are very, very superstitious. I don't think so much with the hair drying thing that's a superstition as such, but they just don't want to catch a cold. They're very conscious about catching a fever and, you know, staying healthy and things like that, whereas Australia, we kind of just have the mentality of like, oh, she'll be right, like everything will be okay kind of thing. We don't really think too far into it like that. So that was one thing that I found really weird. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the bidet. Now, if you've been to Italy, you'll be aware of the bidet, and it seems to be only an Italian thing. And you know what, like I don't think the bidet is weird. I think it's really, really smart. I think more countries should have it. The thing that I think is really weird is that more countries don't have it. I think the countries that don't have it are more strange than Italy, because it makes sense. Like, you don't want to be all gross and dirty after you go to the bathroom. Like, you want to be as clean as you can, and it's just like a normal part of maintaining hygiene. But yeah, I think it's strange that the rest of the world don't have bidets, to be honest, because I think it's something that everyone should have. It's so funny, this situation right now with the virus and everything going on, and how there was a shortage of toilet paper in the supermarkets. And it's not that they don't use toilet paper, they still do, but they just use like a lot less, and then they use the bidet after to like make sure they're all clean and stuff. But the Italians didn't understand why everyone was like hoarding toilet paper, why toilet paper was seen as like so important, and like something that you had to have a lot of at one time. Like, that just didn't really make sense to them, which I found really, really funny. I think a lot of people were actually buying bidets, like getting them in their bathrooms, and it's like, I guess the only bad thing about them is that they do take up a lot of space. Like, you need a it's kind of like having 2 toilets, so you need to have like extra space for the bidet. But at the same time, there's like different kinds of ones you can get. You can get like hose ones, and look at me talking about bidets. What does my channel come to? But seriously though, I think it's really, really smart. And I don't know why more countries don't use it, to be honest. It's so funny, my boyfriend is actually Italian, and he was in Greece recently. He had to go home because of the situation, obviously, back to Italy. But he was meant to be there for 4 months. And I remember as soon as he got there, because in Greece they don't have the bidet, and he was telling me that he wasn't coping not being able to have it. He was like showering after every time he would use the bathroom, and he bought like baby wipes. So yeah guys, that's gonna conclude today's video. It's a nice short and sweet one, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for new videos every week. And this week I'm going to be uploading a lot more frequently than normal. I'm thinking like every day, every other day, just because I've got a lot of time at the moment, and I have all these videos that I want to make, or that I've wanted to make for such a long time. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you very soon in my next video, which will be Italian superstitions. So get excited for that. It's going to be a good one. Thanks for watching, guys.